Welcome to Before the Bat, the Gotham podcast, your guide to the TV show Gotham and all things Batman. I am Phil, and we're all here this week. We got Kelly.
Hey.
And Tyler.
Hey, what's up?
Well, let's get the pie.
I need a good intro. Let's do this.
Well, it starts with your favorite character.
I know. I will admit, I like her in this episode. I told Janine, I was like, hey, I like your barber now. This is cool. Maybe because they actually wrote her as a character and not just a set piece.
Yeah.
Maybe because she's actually doing something instead of just being like, you know what, you're in the background. I mean, for a while there in the first season, I thought maybe she was Ghost.
No.
Pantsless Ghost?
No, well, that's how Jim envisions her. He's like...
Clear my name. I'll ask you again.
So, I mean, she actually did something. She actually had some character in this. I like it.
And she's confused, kind of. She just kind of... You're not quite sure which way to take her, and I like that.
She was double-crossing, triple-crossing. She was all over.
I'm still not sure how I feel about Jim right now. Because I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you haven't even went to see Lee or anything. Like, you got your name cleared and all that, and you haven't even went to see and even just talk to Lee.
I gotta help Bruce.
Gotta help Bruce. Yeah, we know you gotta help Bruce, but a phone call, a visit. I mean, she lost her child, dude. Like, come on, stop being a tool.
Yeah,
a little bit more sensitive.
Like, have a heart, dude. No, he's gonna.
Maybe he
he's gonna be
right now since he's kicking butt to try to find the main murderers. You know.
I love Harvey bringing pizza. That's true. That's a true friend. True friend brings pizza. And then, of course, you got Lucius hanging out in the cave. We got the computer working.
Finally.
Everyone else really digging Bruce in his Michael Keaton-esque black turtleneck.
They were like all dressed in black because, I think towards the end I noticed, it was like Jim was in all black, Bruce was on all black.
Because I'm like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, Michael Keaton wore, like, black turtlenecks. They put Val Kilmer in black turtlenecks. And they put George Clooney in a black turtleneck. So that was just, like, a staple of that Batman. Like, all right, put him in a black turtleneck. So, of course, here's young Bruce wearing a black turtleneck.
But I love how, like, okay, now the computer's fixed, but now we have to decrypt all the files. But hey, we at least got Google Calendar open. Yeah,
I'm like, maybe this is like, okay, so we keep talking about what time period this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I've realized, it's just an alternate Earth. Just like how Earth 2 on The Flash is like this retro-looking but yet futuristic. Mm-hmm. It's just an alternate Earth. We can't figure it out because it's different than ours.
Where they still are dial-up.
Yeah, I do like Harvey's what do you call it, drawer, the punching drawer or whatever.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
With the nunchuck.
He was like, you got the nunchucks, the brass knuckles.
Yeah, Gordon was like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this if I'm gonna hurt myself.
I like little criminal Bruce, using the pickpocket to break into the house, like to get the lock. He uses a line like it's just a skill.
It's just a morally neutral skill.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, Bruce, all right, I see what you're doing, man. Okay, it is kind of. I mean, but
they need to break into somebody's house because they locked the key outside. Yeah, sure. Inside the house. Sure.
I mean, I like this episode. Sure, the experiment creepy girl with the bird hand. Yeah, the bird with the talon hand was creepy.
Karen
Like,
Jennings.
I was like, that's just weird. That's just freaky.
Well,
Like,
until I saw it, all I could think of was Wolverine.
Ah!
I was like, did they give her claws like bronze tiger? Like, and then nope, they actually gave her a bird hand.
I thought
And
it was
then-
like Velociraptor from the world.
Oh, that wacky Hugo.
Oh my gosh, Hugo is. I love Hugo as a villain in this.
You mean the philosopher?
Oh, you went there already. Yeah, that was. Let's hey, my nickname is the Philosopher, so I'm gonna use that as my criminal name too.
Does he
No
have
one
a
will-
stone?
No one, no one will ever figure it out.
Yeah, that is weird. That a nickname that's probably used by many people. He goes by that alias.
Isn't a nickname usually something like you call somebody like it's shorter and easier? Like, hey, Hugo. That's pretty short compared to,
That's
hey,
all.
the
Duh.
Philosopher.
The philosopher. Yeah, I know.
Hey, Philosopher. Like, his name's Hugo. Like, hey, Hugh. Oh, look, I shortened Hugo. Like.
I guess they weren't going
Made
for
up.
short. I guess, I don't know, maybe he's acting like a know-it-all. They're like, okay, philosopher.
Could be.
What did you guys think of Patient 44?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not... I mean, that is the way they went in the comic books, but, I mean... for those of you who didn't see it, go watch it. 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoiler alert. It's Azrael, a.k.a. Theo. He's back.
Oh, that was a little weird. The way he just wakes up and he's just yelling, Azrael.
Yeah, well, he came
Oh.
back. He came back from the dead. You wouldn't, be sane.
Brain
I hope they do more with it. Like, why he's, more about who and what Azrael is. I loved Barbara on her, double cross thing here.
Mm-hmm.
With the whole, they're at the club, and she just pulled, the wand out and, tell Gordon, I told you I had a plan. Love it. Love.
Might have been nice if you would have shared.
Well, I think that's why
No,
I think that's why this was such a good episode. They didn't try to cram a million things into it. You had the Jim and Barbara stuff, then you had the Bruce and Alfred stuff, and then Theo at the, Hugo with Theo at the end, or kind of mixed in a little bit. But there wasn't a ton of stuff. There wasn't any Eddie. There wasn't any Oswald.
And the stuff that we had was good.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a very streamlined story.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to all right, let's jump around so everyone has a little piece. My thing is with the whole reanimation thing, I just keep holding out that somehow they're going to allude to the Court of Owls. I mean, reanimation, that girl has a talon hand. Just saying.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to get them, unless people were confused with the Order of Saint Dumas.
Dumas. You know what? For all we know, they probably were. They were like, oh yeah, that's the same thing, right? No, it wasn't. I liked Victor rocking his little tape player.
Yes.
And I like how Victor's only been in maybe 3, 4 episodes, and he already has 3 different costumes.
Well, you can't have. You gotta have fashion sense.
And I
Like
was-
he's already had
Maybe he's
3 free suits.
maybe he's the the prince of the criminal world. He's always gonna have a different outfit for every.
too soon, Kelly.
I
But I'm just thinking maybe his last suit couldn't take a bullet, like this one could.
It's true. This one's definitely designed. The first one was just kind of one thing. The second one was weird. It looked very like the Space Ghost thing from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
And then
It was just to protect him from the cold gun and stuff. This one was like actually built for combat.
Yeah. My favorite line that Gordon had in this episode was, Bruce, how much money can you get together? And Bruce's line, how much do you need? like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Bruce Wayne. I'm boy billionaire. Like, how much money do you need? Like, it's kind of a dumb question there, Jimmy. Bruce is like, I got 10 grand in my pocket right now. Like, how much are you looking at? We're going to just spread the money to the black key.
Here's my address.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things, like, I'd be like, Bruce, I know I'm helping you, but can you, like, just float me some cash? Like, I need to set up a secondary retirement fund for me.
Right.
Like,
there you go.
You know, maybe one day I'll have a child that needs to go to college and fight by your side. I did really like this Freeze costume, though, the third one, like the last one, except I feel like there should have been something more that showed that his face was cold, like, and that his dome or whatever, like something that just looked like it was preserving more of his cold face instead of it just looking like a regular face.
Well, maybe they're getting there. I mean, if they keep evolving the suit, you know, he might be like, oh, I feel like I'm burning up. They might have to put a dome on it. Maybe his condition's getting, like, progressively worse.
This could be. Because, I mean, like, when he's in that room, like, you see him, he's all, like, it's cold, like, he looks very white. But then when he's out there in the suit, hey, Solomon, I see you got your Phil action figure. Good job. Yeah. You want to play? Okay. We'll play Tyler and Phil here in a minute. But man, like, they're fighting Victor, and like, it was great to see him like in action, kind of like Hugo's little thug, you know. But man, when he shattered Karen, he's like, and no ice puns though. He wasn't even like freeze. Like, come on, man, give me something. Like,
yeah, he was very cold this episode.
Oh.
I want to see the crossover where Captain Cold just meets him like, that's my stick. I forgot that we had a quick scene with Tabitha, Barbara, and One Hand.
Yeah, Butch, yeah. When Jim, you know, this is Barbara, she goes back to Tabitha.
Jim needs to be smart. Like, he needs to, like, you know, keep your friends closer and all that junk. You know, he needs to have her close, you know, and just kind of not let her in, but pretend like he lets her in, kind of thing. Come on, Jim. Like, you should have the. You should. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say keep your friends close and keep no pants closer.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, he just found out last episode that someone he thought was a friend and an ally betrayed him. Good old Eddie. You know, and set him up to take the fall. So I mean, you would think that he'd be like, okay, I need to, like, monitor these people. I need to keep dibs on them because, especially right there after they find out, wait a minute, Hugo's the philosopher, and he let Barbara out and said that she was cured. That'd be for me another, like, okay, I need to keep Barbara around.
I think Jim's very focused. He's not seeing the big picture. He's just like, you know, we got to find the way, you know, who engineered the Wayne killings, and I don't know, maybe he even thinks that's who's behind all his recent troubles.
I think he just needs to, like, start being a cop and stop trying to be a vigilante. I'm just waiting for the part where Bruce looks at him and goes, Jim, I like the sound of your voice. What do you mean, Bruce? Just you know, just think about it. It's not bad.
Well, I think Jim needs a mission, and since he's not a cop anymore, basically, he basically has to give himself the mission.
Right.
True. Exactly.
And this is one thing that he feels like he needs to do this before he finds me, because she's not going to want to do this afterwards. You know what I mean?
You know, also, I think it's interesting that if you come back from the dead, you get gray hair.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't realize that.
Do that to have that happen.
You know, Theo comes back from the dead. Now he's Azrael. You know, he's got gray hair and a beard in his hair. So, I'm hoping that his Azrael will have a fire sword.
Yes.
And his Azrael doesn't look like it's like a secondary Casey Jones mixed with, you know, Azrael and the Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm intrigued to see how they play it out. It's kind of the episode I've been waiting for. You know, because it's one of those things they announce. Like, they announce and you see these production photos like months ahead of time, and then you're like, when's this episode ever going to air?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, man, I miss the good old days before social media and everybody put everything out there when you could watch something and be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I think the last time I was ever super surprised about a TV series, maybe Arrow, the Scientist, or the Three Ghosts, when they actually went to at the end of it and made him Flash, like they actually went ahead and did the lightning strike. Because I didn't know if they were going to do that or not, and I just remember Janine and I sitting there watching it, and you get the reveal of Slade Wilson, you know, Deathstroke, and then all of a sudden you get Barry struck by lightning, because I didn't know how far they would take, you know, Barry. And I remember just being so excited they got hit by lightning. So, I don't know. Like, it just, everything like, oh, they're going to add this actor. This actor's just been cast for this part, you know. And I'm like, come on, don't tell me everything. I want to be surprised.
No, I think the last time social media didn't ruin any, you know, spoil anything was when Liam Neeson turned out to be Ra's al Ghul.
Do we have social media then? You know, back on posted on my MySpace. We put it up on MySpace.
That sounds like you're stuttering. My MySpace.
My MySpace. Don't steal that. It's copyrighted.
It's coming back on MySpace.
Yeah,
Well,
you and Justin Timberlake are bringing it back.
Do you remember the 80s when there really wasn't any internet? So yeah, I remember when there was really. I remember who shot JR and what a cliffhanger that was, because no spoilers.
That's what I was gonna say. Hey Kelly, what? You didn't know who shot JR?
We had cliffhangers back then. Nowadays, everything gets spoiled.
Nowadays, like, oh man, this person, like, what we were talking about. Like, when we sit there, like, I wonder who's gonna die in Age of Ultron. Well, who didn't get cast to be in Captain America Civil War? Who's not filming? Who's not contracted for another movie? Oh, this person. Okay, spoilers, we know who dies now. Power of deduction.
Yes.
So, back to Benefit. Yeah, he's back. So, and he didn't stay dead. So that's great, because when he shows up, we can finally be like, oh yeah, Jim didn't kill him. He just went mentally insane. Okay.
But I just wonder, are they bringing back all the other ones they had in the tubes? Are they going to bring back Jerome now? Or are they going to bring back Fish?
Yeah.
And
Not Fish.
if they discover that Hugo can bring back the dead, is Bruce going to get tempted by that?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Where's my?" He's like, "Hey Theo, where's my silver?"
Well, Silver's still alive, but I meant his parents. But he might.
So then we'd have The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but he might not want to do it though if he discovers, like, you know, the thing drives you insane or whatever.
You mean like the Lazarus pit?
Yes, Era. Hey, the Lazarus Pit was a Batman thing first.
I know.
That's who next season's villain's gonna be. Ra's al Ghul.
Really? Please say no.
And then all those people who only watch the TV shows would be like, "Oh, they ripped that off from Arrow."
Oh my gosh. That's as bad as the thing I saw on the internet where some dude posted, "Man, The Hobbit's just a Lord of the Rings ripoff."
Wow.
Yeah.
You kids who learn off the internet. I'm trying to... What else did we get in this episode? Like we said, it was very streamlined. I don't know what else we got.
We found the lady.
Karen Jennings.
Got Cross.
Oh, and it's not a good Gotham episode unless Alfred gets, like, injured.
True.
Thank goodness we didn't have a good roast in this episode.
We didn't have what?
Good roast. Now I'm gonna have to be careful anytime I go eat, you know? Gonna have that.
Just don't have your food prepared before you buy a penguin.
That's true.
Ugh.
That was the issue.
Yes, yeah, that very well could be. And then we got Theo Gallivan resurrected.
Yeah.
We got Barbara being sweet.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Hey, right now, she's impressed me.
Okay.
I like this Barbara. They actually developed a character. So.
And pants.
And pants. Yeah, I like Barbara in pants.
Something's up. Something's wrong. Something's up. She's in pants.
I think that's about all that was in this episode.
Yeah.
In anticipation for the next one.
Yep.
So I'm guessing. Hopefully they're just gonna go straight through now because I mean we had a week break. I was like when we had that week break, I was like, okay, we had that whole 3 months straight, and now we're gonna get another week break.
Yeah, I'm like, if you're gonna do this, can you just do something where it's just like as simple as, go and just. Do this break and then go straight back into it. Like, I don't need... I get tired of, like, these mini breaks and stuff. I lose... I forget what's going on and I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, Solomon hates it too.
I'm trying to remember. Is this the full like 22 or 23 episodes, or did they shorten it?
It's supposed to be full, I thought, but
okay.
I'll have to look because now you got me curious because I don't know.
I thought I heard something a while ago, but all the garbage that floats around the internet.
Yeah, I believe it because it's on the internet, right?
True.
22 it shows on IMDb, but
Oh, very good.
And what episode number are we on right now?
This was episode 18.
Okay.
So, Azrael's supposed to be, episode 19 is supposed to air the 2nd of May. Or no, that can't be right. It has, now IMDb showing 2 episodes airing the 2nd of May.
Yeah, no, because, I'm pretty sure it's this week coming up, so.
It is.
So the 25th, April 25th is Azrael. Because that makes sense, because, this next one is the last week of April, and then we get, 3 in May, so.
Right. Yep. May sweet. They should be good.
Yep.
Gotta build up to May.
So is that it?
I think so.
I think you're right.
Kelly, have you seen Batman v Superman yet?
No. I know
All
I'm a
right.
bad fan.
There's your update, folks.
I will get out there eventually and see it.
You do know it comes out on DVD in July, so.
Cool. Hopefully
I'll
I'll
catch it. She said, I'll catch it then.
I will see it hopefully before then.
We can all hope.
So should we get out of here then?
Let's bounce.
All right. Well, if you would like to share your thoughts on Gotham with us, or yell at Kelly for not seeing Batman v Superman yet, you can email us beforethebat@gmail.com. On Facebook, we're Before the Bat, the Gotham Podcast. Twitter is @BeforeTheBatPod. Instagram, our shared Instagram is BeforeTheBat_FlashArrowPod. And Kelly, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and about anywhere else that matters at SuperSquint. That's SuperSquint.
Or Patrick?
You can find me anywhere at JTYPatrick. So find me. Let's talk. You can also find me on the Krypton Report podcast, where we talk all things Kryptonian.
And you could always talk anything DC or Marvel with me. Email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. Twitter is @nightwingpdp. Instagram, Periscope, it's all nightwingpdp. Check out my new YouTube channel. I put up quick previews of the DC and Marvel comics I'll be reviewing every week with Charlie Esser and Lil Hellfire. And you can find all my stuff, philperich.wordpress.com.
Also known as Phil, the great and powerful podcaster. Phil Parrish. Phil Parrish, the great and powerful podcaster. It's a mouthful, but you know, that's what it is.
There.
Yep, that's what it is.
Alright, let's get out of here. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Same bat channel.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
The Gotham Podcast. Do not look behind the curtain.